Do Chinese worship Buddha? If you're curious about whether Chinese people worship Buddha, let's explore the intricacies of Chinese Buddhism to find out. Chinese Buddhism, which originated during the Han Dynasty, is a unique blend of Buddhist teachings and Chinese cultural influences. When Buddhism first arrived in China, it was met with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. However, over time, it integrated deeply into Chinese society. In Chinese Buddhism, the figure of Buddha is highly revered, but the way people interact with him is complex. Chinese Buddhists follow the Mahayana tradition, which includes a belief in many Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The most important scriptures in Chinese Buddhism, such as the Lotus Sutra and the Amitābha Sutra, play a central role in their practices. Chinese Buddhists engage in various rituals and devotional practices. They often make offerings to altars, including items like incense, flowers, food, and candles. Ceremonial bowing and extensive liturgies are common, including repentance ceremonies and rites for good health. One of the most popular rituals is the Great Compassion Repentance associated with Guanyin, a Bodhisattva of compassion. Meditation and the recitation of the Buddha's name are also key practices. In Pure Land Buddhism, chanting the name of Amitabha Buddha is a core practice, often done in group settings during intensive recitation retreats. These retreats can include chanting sutras, taking the 8 precepts, silent meditation, and Dharma lectures. Buddhist monasticism is another significant aspect of Chinese Buddhism. Monks and nuns follow the Dharmaguptaka Vinaya, which outlines specific rules for monastic life. They perform various religious practices, including offerings, liturgical services, and confession rituals. While Chinese Buddhists do show great reverence and respect to Buddha through their practices and rituals, it's not exactly the same as worship in the traditional sense. Instead, it's more about following the teachings and principles that Buddha represented. They aim to achieve spiritual growth, generate karmic merit, and ultimately attain a good rebirth or enlightenment. So, to answer your question, Chinese Buddhists do not worship Buddha in the way one might worship a deity, but they certainly honor and follow his teachings with great devotion and respect. Their practices are centered around the principles of Buddhism, integrated deeply into their cultural and spiritual lives.